A very helpful tool in the Illustrator arsenal is the Pathfinder. So I'm going to show you how to use it today. Suppose I have I don't want to use the template version of the lantern that I've provided. It's about 150 by 150, doesn't matter. I don't want that shape. I want something more like this lantern here. So I could try and draw it with the brush tool, but that's just asking for trouble when you're trying to use the laser cutter. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a composite shape. I'm going to look at this as a collection of other shapes. Here's a rectangle, here's an oval, here's another rectangle, here's another rectangle. And that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to use Pathfinder to combine them into a single shape. Okay? So start with a rounded rectangle for the base. Now, you might recall that the width of the template base is 48 millimeters wide by 9 millimeters tall. I want to add an extra millimeter there just for reasons I'll explain later, and that's this tiny thing here. What I'm referring to is this 48 by 9 millimeters. That's this section here. There it is. To make it a little bit easier to use, I'm going to change from white to, let's do this color. And give myself a little bit of room. Now, it's a little bit too rounded, so what I can do is zoom in and grab these and push these out almost to the corner, and it'll give me a rounded rectangle rather than like a popsicle stick. So there's my base. And now, if I look back at my inspiration, I want a rounded rectangle. Sorry, not a rounded rectangle. I want an ellipse. And if I just click once, I can make sure that it's not wider than I want it to be. I want it to be no bigger than 200 millimeters. I'm estimating about 150 millimeters height, so I just click OK, and there I have it. Go back to the selection tool and move it. That's probably too big and too tall. So again, in the interest of time, I'm going to hurry this on a little bit. But let's say that's what I want. That gives me my base, and it gives me the lantern body, and then I need something across the top. I can use the rounded rectangle for that again. Something like that. And I think instead of this tall thing, which I don't think will look good on the lantern, I'm going to use a rounded rectangle shape here. Okay, kind of looks like a lantern. But if I were to select the whole thing and switch from fill to stroke, that's a mess. So this is where the Pathfinder comes into its glory. You can go to the Pathfinder tool from Windows, or maybe you use it often and it's already in your toolbar. And it does a number of things. I want it to merge them or unite them into a single shape. So I click on this, and now I have a single shape. And I can build my lantern in there. Of course, I have to change the color to be a proper red. And change the stroke weight. But otherwise, there I am, and it's good to go. Enjoy that.